All right, traders. Today is February 8th, 2024. My name is John Kerrigan. I moderate the BYOB trading room. Let's go look at some charts. All right, start off with the SPY on the daily chart, okay? So today's SPY, what's the high there? I'm just curious. I just got through ranting. 498.59 is the high there, but they're 15 minutes behind. And it did jack up on the last candle. All right, so the SPY puts in a higher high, new all-time high for SPY today. All right, tomorrow's pivot. Let's look for tomorrow's pivot. All right, we break this base through here. I don't want to break this base. 496.87. That's my pivot for tomorrow. 496.87. Or you could use 495.30, which is the same one I used today, because that's below the anchored VWAP. All right, so you could use that one. Let's move this anchored VWAP up here. I hate it when it does that. Stop doing it. All right, so there's a 3-day anchored VWAP right there. So that's 490. The bottom of this is 496.85. Or you could use the other one, the bottom of this, 495.30. I'm going to use right here, 495.85. 496.85. That's my SPY pivot for tomorrow. All right, so there's SPY. All right, SPY went up, made brand new highs today, and it did so yesterday. Let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, QQQ, new all-time high for QQQ. All right, if it makes a new all-time high, there's a good chance it makes a higher low and a higher high, and it closes up over the trap and over the trend indicator. So if I ever say all-time high, just put all those three caveats in there as well. All right, FNGU. Same thing, new 2-year high. All right, new 2-year high FNGU, QQQ, SPY. All higher lows, higher highs, closing over the trap, over the trend indicator. FNGU. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow got a lower low and a higher high, but not a new all-time high. All right? Closed over the trap, over the trend indicator. Still bullish. All right? IWM is still bullish. All right? Till it breaks this consolidation right here. All right, we're bullish till we break this consolidation there. All right, so here we got a higher low, and they haven't got the memo yet that they need to make a higher high. Obviously, it's taken some time. So it's taken them about a month and a week, and they're still trying to translate the memo. All right, we do have a higher low here. We actually have an inverse head and shoulders showing up. All right. So they crossed. They closed out the bearish trap. All right. Creating a new bullish trap on the 2-hour chart. We're in a 2-hour uptrend. You guys know how I like 2-hour uptrends. All right. So there's a 2-hour uptrend in SPY in the Russell 2000. Closed out the bullish trap. Made a higher low and a higher high, and closed over the bullish trap and over the trend indicator, and trying to bounce off this uptrend line right there. Hopefully they get the memo translated that they need to make a higher high. Okay, so there's IWM in a bull flag right there. Kind of in a pennant, if you ask me. See how we got this going on? right there. So we got kind of a pennant flag going on in IWM. Okay, USO, let's look at energy. USO had a good day. Okay, USO closed out the bearish trap. USO's got a 2-hour. It's got a 2-hour uptrend. Okay, USO created a bullish trap over the trend indicator. Higher low, higher high. Started the bull trap over the trend indicator. Nice look for USO. All right, so if we can get back over these highs, I think the oil stocks would get fired up, and we could have some energy sector moving the SPY once again after a long, hard season here from, I don't know, October all the way to February of no participation from the energy sector. All right, so here's USO. All right, coming back up through over the midpoint. Let's see if we're over the midpoint. Boy, this is frustrating. All right, over the midpoint there. All right, so nice work for USO. Fantastic day for USO. Okay, UNG. We got a different story going on in UNG. All right. UNG is in a downtrend because we broke this low. UNG is under the trap, under the trend indicator, in a massive sell-off, if you ask me. This could probably go, what do they call it, climactic to the downside. This is an all-time new low right there for UNG. You got a lower high and a lower low closing below the trap, below the trend indicator, in a downtrend. Not looking good for UNG. All right, nothing pretty about UNG. Wait for the bounce. All right, so just stay away from it unless you want to sell it short. All right, it's all-time new lows right there for UNG. All right, let's take a look at precious metals, SLV. All right, so here we are with SLV. Not a bad day for SLV, but still in a downtrend with lower lows and lower highs. Okay, still in a downtrend. This will be a third time we spiked this downtrend line right there. All right, so closing between the trap and closing inside the trap, but below the trend indicator. So SLV closing inside the bearish trap, but below the trend indicator there. And what do we got? A higher low and a higher high there on SLV. GLD. All right, GLD has a lower high and a lower low closing below the bullish trap. Actually, it's going to close out the trap and closing below the trend indicator, but it doesn't seem to want to turn it red today, so it's still attached. Okay, GLD still in an uptrend, just consolidating. I got to tell you, it's looking more and more like a pennant right here. So GLD still bullish. It's in a bullish trend there. Let's put the quad lines in and see where we are with a quad line run. Okay, so notice we're starting now to consolidate in quadrant 4. Okay, you know what happens when we start to consolidate in quadrant 4? Then I like to take my quad lines and just do that in quadrant 4. So now I'm looking for green candles that come out of quadrant 1. I'm not going to chase. Come out of quadrant 1 into quadrant 2. All right? I'm looking for green candles that cross over. This probably could be considered as one, but I'll wait for something lower to see what happens. All right? But that's what I'm looking for. Candles that close, that come out of quadrant 1 and move through the line into quadrant 2. Okay, there's GLD still bullish in a bull flag, consolidating up in zone 4. All right, so there's GLD. Let's go take a look at our technicals. T2122. Let me just say we chopped all day. See, chop zone all day. It's been a chop zone today, yesterday, and most of the day before. Right? It's a chop zone week. All right? But I do notice something else going on here. Move out of the way. All right, we've got higher lows getting developed through here. All right, and I'm starting to pick up on some higher highs. So hopefully we can get this back up into the buy zone. Maybe if the IWM can get on board, find the memo, translate it, we could get into the SPY zone and start working on the overbought zone again. All right, so there's T2122. T2123, not a bad day for T2123. Okay, we started out a little red, transitioned into green right away. All right, we recovered from that. A little bit of red back to VWAP. That's what it looks like to me. And then from there, we shot off up into the flat 200. And to me, it looks like we got on top of it. And we're closing on top of the flat 200, T2123. 3-bar chart, all right? We've gone from red now to green. No space. Still some tight price action with trend indicator. Still looking good there. I do like the higher low right here. I like that. All right. If they just find the memo that they need to make a higher high, we should be in good shape. All right. FNGU. All right. FNGU did a great job today. Came out green, went green, pulled back to VWAP, spiked it a little bit, and then wound up closing underneath VWAP. I don't like that, but I do like the higher low. Okay, so here we went up. I like the higher low here. I like that part, but I don't like the idea that we're closing under VWAP. That's the only thing I don't like. But, you can see closing on top of minor support. They put in a shelf of minor support up here, calling back to that minor support, and then bouncing up, making a higher high. Hopefully they can find the memo or somebody writes it. This is where we need to be tomorrow, up around 320. Okay, so there's FNGU. Nice work on FNGU. All right, let's take a look at a few other sectors, and then I'm going to call it a day. First sector, SMH. All right, this is our semiconductors. All right, this is the main thing that drives a lot of our electronics. Higher low, higher high, new all-time high for the semiconductors. Nice work there. All right, all-time high, I don't have to say it. Higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the trend indicator. It's the only way that can happen. All right, SMH, IYT. All right, IYT doing wonders again today as well. All right, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the trend indicator. Is it a new all-time high? No, it's more like a 22-month high. Okay, you can see right there, looks like about March or April of 2022, all right, where the line touches over there to the left. Okay, so it's about a 22-month high right there, maybe 21, 22-month high. Okay, so there's IYT making new 22 months highs, all right, or new 12-month highs, depending upon how you want to look at it. IYT doing wonders. So there we got two of them, all right, just banging away, making new highs. All right, we got the transports and we got the semiconductors. Let's look at the XLK. And then I'm going to go to the XLF and I'm going to call it a day. All right, here's the XLK banging on the door of the all-time highs. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the trap, over the trend indicator. Nice look for the XLK. Notice nothing's gotten climactic yet. You know what I'm saying? Not big, like shoot up into the sky and fall back down, okay? So nothing's gotten climactic, which kind of indicates maybe a pullback, make a new high, or, more consolidations and breakouts. We haven't gotten that climactic look yet, like, hey, this move is done, or we're done with this move. So XLK, nice work on technology sector. All right, now for the last one, XLF. All right, XLF, all right, not making a new high, okay, but closing inside the trap, nice green candle over the trend indicator, still in an uptrend, nothing flashy going on here, but we're in a bull flag up there. Which reminds me, let's look at this bull flag and see if it's in quadrant 4. Okay, not quite in quadrant 4. I'm a little bit picky. I like them to stay up here in quadrant 4. So let's go look at it on the 2-hour chart. Not quite there yet. It's getting there. It's getting close. As soon as it grinds up a little bit more. All right. But I like the look. Came back to the midpoint, then came back up here. Now it's trying to climb into zone 4. I like that. But I want to give it a couple more days to cook. Maybe next week it'll be ready. It'll be ready to serve on a plate. All right. So there's XLF. All right. So that's it for me, traders. I want you all to have a wonderful evening. I'll see you all tomorrow. Options expiration Friday. Really had a light week for economic data. All right. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Thank you for being here.